Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and the Banknifty trade plan for 22nd Thursday, which is also the weekly expiry. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. As expected, it was not quite surprising that we had a nice big down move. See, yesterday in my analysis, right, let's quickly go into our 15-minute chart. Yesterday in my analysis, I did point out that if we get some kind of a rejection at this level with a gap up that is around 43,600, it's a good place to short, and then the fall came. See, we initially shorted and we kind of stopped over here. I expected the market to take some support at 43,000. This is where we closed everything, but even then, this one candle, if somebody would have stayed in the trade or caught it, it was beautiful. The premium just jumped like anything, like 43,400, 500, closed at about 600 or 500 from about 250 or 150. So it was a pretty good day as expected. Now, what are the levels where we can see for tomorrow? See, this is the daily chart. We'll just look some important levels on the daily chart and then see our 15-minute chart, how we can plan our trades. Firstly, a downtrend has started, that's for sure, and we have made a nice big red candle. And on the downside, on the daily chart, where we can take the next support is over here at about 42,200. Obviously, I'll be showing in detail in the 15-minute chart. And if that also breaks, we have a gap over here between 42,000 and 41,600. So these are the main important levels where we could take support in case we slip again tomorrow. And now coming back to a 15-minute chart, see exactly where we had this gap yesterday marked, right, where the small gap was there. We had marked that beautifully. The Bank Nifty kind of took support there, so I'm going to get rid of this, and all the levels on the downside is marked what is shown, that is 42,200. and if this breaks, this 42,220 level breaks, right, where previously we have taken support, we could come until here, almost 41,980. And even if all this breaks, then probably we'll fill this gap. After filling the gap, definitely there'll be some bounce. So I'm looking at the target about 41,600, if not tomorrow or sometime this week. And see, there's high chances tomorrow can be a sideways day after today's move, right? We could make an inside candle. What is an inside candle is, after this nice big red candle on the daily time frame, we could like get a red candle, but it could be within the previous day low, right? The previous day low might not break, but if the previous day low, that is today's low, breaks, then we might see some extended targets on the downside. Now, and the reason I put on the CPR along with my drawings, if I just put on only the CPR, let me hide the drawing. So even here it was beautiful. From R1 we slipped until S3 of CPR, and S3 kind of didn't break. So tomorrow if we come down, we have a pretty wide CPR, so there's high chances we could be a little sideways. Now, how that sideways can play out is, see, in 15 minutes we have kind of started this sideways move, right? So maybe we could have something like this, like a triangle pattern or a rectangular pattern, something formed, and then a break is a much better break. We could get a nice break on the downside. So what I'll be tracking is this, and on the 5-minute chart, all the levels that I marked, I'll be drawing a trend line like this. Maybe tomorrow multiple times we might take some support along this trend line before we break down. So we are kind of forming this type of a triangle pattern or some kind of a corrective wave, and then we might break down. This is what, if this happens, this will be a perfect trade once this trend line breaks. The other possibility is, maybe if the fall, the downfall, whatever downfall from 44,400 or 500, 44,100, right, where we fell, maybe we could kind of make this type of a double bottom and then bounce up. So this is another place we'll have to be pretty careful, that is 42,370, because we might get some kind of a bounce from here. But if this level breaks, yeah, we can aim for lower levels. I don't think again a bounce will come pretty soon tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow also will be, see, the best plan for tomorrow would be, if it is a gap up, now say we get a gap up based on the US market, we'll have a look at the US market. See, as of now it is at 295 plus, so this is definitely putting us in a gap up position. SGX Nifty showing plus 27, probably that should change. So end of the day, however the US market closes, if we get a gap up, we will look for some sort of a selling opportunity. If we open flat meaning we open in this area, right? Not a very big gap up or a not very big gap down. Again, look for some kind of consolidation and probably a breakdown will work. But in case we get a pretty huge gap down, like say we gap down itself 42,200 or something, then we will not go on the short side. We'll wait to see if we can get some pullback, if that is tradable, and then we'll plan for a short move. Very less likely we're going to get a gap up or a flat opening and we could see some reversal on the upside. I don't see that happening, but if that move happens, obviously we cannot predict how the market goes, we can only plan. If that up move comes, right, then the best is to trade if 43,100 breaks. If this breaks, probably we might come until this level of 43,300 or 400, because 300 and 400 is where multiple times we have taken support and resistance. So in case we go here, probably we might even touch this level of 43,400. That is only if 43,150 breaks. Other than that, probably the downtrend will continue, since tomorrow is, see, last week we had a pretty nice expiry on the downside, right? It was a good move last Thursday. So this Thursday might be a little sideways, but if we kind of form this like in the starting hours of the market, and then at about 12:31 we kind of, whatever structure, I've just put a line, it can be like however the structure forms, and if that breaks, probably we can get a nice move on the downside. And even the open interest as of now is suggesting the same thing. If you see the change in OI for today there was a beautiful, it was kind of easy to trade because it was only call writing until 33,000. See, the change in OI today on the put side, hardly any put writing has come in. And if you see the overall open interest, the call resistance is at 43,000, even until 42,800 there's some call writing, and the first put writing support is at 42,500, and if that breaks, then only then 42,000. So let's see, where is this 42,500 on the charts? See, 42,500 is over here, so we can, it makes sense to have a line over here because we also have a price action support. See, this is the good place. In case we get a gap up or something, we get a down move, right? We should not be in such a hurry that 42,500 might break easily, because there is some put writing that's come in and some support is there in 42,500. Though the change in OI is very little, but still 42,500 can act as a support. If that breaks, yeah, then we can see further move on the downside. So this is with Bank Nifty. See, as of now the US market is in a good position. US and the global markets are in green. Now if we go see the Dow Jones chart, we have kind of broken out of this structure over here. See, even yesterday I was kind of expecting we will take resistance along this trend line. We did, and today we have broken out of it. So maybe if this level breaks, we could go higher in Dow Jones, that is about 33,285. Maybe we could go higher, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the Dow Jones reacts. Let's see the Nifty. Even Nifty had a pretty similar sell-off as Bank Nifty. This is the daily chart of Nifty. Now on the daily chart in Nifty, where we can take, this is a nice engulfing candle of 3 days of price action was engulfed in one nice big red candle. See, we have some support over here, that is 18,140, and if that breaks, probably we can even place a support over here, that is where this previous high was there at about 18,111. Even if that breaks, then the next level of support in Nifty is this, that is 17,966. If you look at our 15-minute chart for Nifty, so this is where we had one support where we have kind of bounced from pretty close to that, that is 18,160. So any gap up in Nifty, I'm going to bring this line here, probably a gap up somewhere close to here is where we will have to be careful. We could take resistance at about this area, 18,280 or 18,300, and wait for some kind of a structure to break in Nifty. We had a nice impulsive move today. Wait for some kind of a structure to form, and if this low breaks, right, today's low, that is 18,160, probably we could even see 18,040 levels in Nifty. So these are the levels that we have for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Yesterday, the way we planned, it worked beautifully, especially this sell-off from this point, right? See, even previously we had a nice sell-off from this point, right? So this is where we were expecting some reversal to come, and even the OI data supported, and beautifully we had a down move. So let's see how it goes tomorrow, and hope we can make some